Well, we know Angel Reese has definitely been in the headlines, man, after erupting in the press conference, pretty much swearing at reporters. And I'm here to tell you today is another day of the Angel Reese drama because she has simply smacked the clipboard out of an assistant coach's hands. Yes, now all of this went down during the Washington missed this game. This happened on national
The Chicago Sky is making headlines again, but not because of any last-second heroics or jaw-dropping plays. This time, the spotlight is on off-court drama, with Angel Reese at the center. While she's been stacking up achievements like landing the NBA 2K26 cover, she seems to be missing the memo that true leadership can't be edited in. Her behavior is putting first-year head coach Tyler Marsh in a tough position, forcing him to navigate the tricky balance between enforcing discipline and maintaining team unity. One misstep could turn his debut season into a warning for teams that confuse star appeal with actual chemistry.
Anyway, the referees blew every whistle. Like, I'm not joking. There was one play where Angel Reese dribbled backwards. She backed into Aaliyah Edwards and tripped over her own feet and got free throws. The free throws that led to this happening were unbelievably soft. That led to Angel Reese breaking a coach's clipboard, walking over and slapping a coach's clipboard. And by the way, if this was Caitlin Clark, you just know they'd be calling out her anger.
On July 8, 2025, during the final seconds of a tense 81-79 defeat to the Washington Mystics, Angel Reese made a headline-grabbing move that left both fans and team officials stunned. With just 29.9 seconds remaining and the score tied at 77, Reese abruptly left the court and smacked a clipboard out of the hands of Ann Crosby, the team's VP of basketball operations and head of strength and conditioning. This wasn't just a display of frustration, it was a full-blown meltdown, unfolding live for everyone to see.
A lot of people are picking up on is when she is walking over to the bench and she slaps the clipboard out of her coach's hand. And you guys, my honest reaction to this when I first saw it, I was just laughing. It's kind of like the reaction that you're seeing from me right here. I wouldn't look into this too hard. I know it's already become controversial because they're like, oh, if another player did this, there would be think pieces written about it. And
this wasn't just a minor slip-up or an emotional outburst in the heat of the moment. It was a deliberate and disrespectful act caught on live television. Angel Reese, newly named the cover athlete for NBA 2K26, a role meant to represent leadership and excellence, failed to keep her composure when it mattered most. With just 30 seconds left in a crucial game, she let her emotions take over, abandoning professionalism when her team needed it most. Ironically, the bench she stormed off from is exactly where she should have remained. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel for more awesome content. Thanks.
Are you okay? Are you okay, Barbie? The emotional decline continues for Angel Reese. The temper tantrums, the complete loss of emotional control continues for the Bayou Barbie, as well as the Chi-Town Barbie and Double Barbie, and whatever other alias that Angel Reese has decided to give her.
What's even more concerning is that this wasn't an isolated incident. It's just the latest chapter in a season filled with drama. Angel Reese has consistently drawn attention to herself, both with her words and actions, shifting focus away from the team and onto her own theatrics. The pattern is undeniable. Controversy clings to her like a shadow she has no interest in outrunning.
Was wild, all right? It was wild. I mean, tempers were flying. This was an all-out rivalry, man, all right? I mean, even Angel Reese was pissed at this moment. Look at this. Pissed. All right? Pissed. This was close to the end of the game. 29 seconds left. Game tied. Game on the line. And I think she was called for it.
Remember all the constant social media digs at Caitlin Clark? The never-ending complaints about referees? The ongoing victim narrative Angel Reese has been leaning into all season? The clipboard incident is just the latest installment in what's clearly turning into the Angel Reese show. And let's be real, championship-caliber teams don't function this way. After the outburst, Reese offered a weak explanation on social media. "Those were pissing me off," she posted, casually dismissing the situation as a heat-of-the-moment reaction. But there was no real accountability, no sincere apology. At this point, her posts sound more like scripted excuses, and fans are starting to see right through them. Now, let's shift the focus to Tyler Marsh, who's in an almost unwinnable situation. As a first-year head coach, He arrived in Chicago with a stellar resume, championships in both the NBA and WNBA, and mentorship under coaching greats like Nick Nurse, Rick Carlisle, and Becky Hammon. He's respected for his character, player development, and ability to build winning cultures. But none of that matters if he can't command his own locker room. Right now, with Angel Reese openly slapping clipboards from staff hands and facing no immediate consequences, it's beginning to feel like the players are calling the shots, and that's a dangerous precedent.
Angel always talks about being willing to do whatever dirty work is necessary. Did you see that today? Did you see a performance that, in terms of the timeliness and the types of plays that she made, it went beyond the stat sheet?
Yeah, I think that's who Angel is in the best way. I think that that's what her skill set allows her to be. That we shouldn't just look at her as a rebounder or just as a scorer. There's so many different things that she can do on a court that helps a team win. And even though shots weren't falling for her tonight, she had 5 assists. She had huge rebounds down the stretch. And that's the kind of versatility that we see in her, and she's embraced it so far.
Tyler Marsh was brought in because of his proven ability to build team cultures based on trust and accountability. General Manager Jeff Pagliocca praised Marsh for his basketball intelligence, his dedication to nurturing each player's individual strengths, and his calm, steady leadership. But all the praise in the world doesn't matter if that calm leadership doesn't show up when real discipline is required. This is Marsh's first true test as a head coach, not drawing up plays, managing rotations, or developing players. Those are the easy parts. The real challenge comes when your star player, the one expected to lead, behaves like an entitled child on national TV. How he responds now will define his leadership.
So Angel Reese, the most toxic player in all of basketball, is out here slapping clipboards out of her coaching staff's hand because she's so mad her team committed a foul in the crunch after she shot 15 free throws this game. This is the lowest of the low disrespect that you can show to your coaching staff. She trying to get y'all locked in, worried about the next play, and you so toxic with your terrible, awful attitude that you slap the clipboard out of her.
So what happened after the clipboard hit the floor? Did Coach Marsh call a timeout? Pull Reese aside? Bench her for the remainder of the game? According to reports, none of that happened. The game went on, and Reese finished with an impressive stat line, 22 points and 15 rebounds. But those numbers were completely overshadowed by her blatant lack of professionalism. What makes Marsh's silence even more troubling is how it contradicts his own messaging. He's consistently emphasized building a championship culture, promoting accountability, and creating an environment where players can truly grow. But let's be honest, championship culture isn't built on talent alone. It's built on discipline. And in that moment, discipline was nowhere to be found.
You guys, Angel Reese had a great game. She had 22 points, 15 rebounds. There were some questionable calls from the referees on both ends of the floor during this game against the Washington Mystics, and they ended up losing by 2 points at the end of the game. And so she's a competitor. Love or hate Angel Reese, she's a competitor. She's a fierce competitor, and I feel like this was just a moment where her frustrations got the best of her. Hopefully, later on, I'm sure she'll probably see this on social media and she'll go up to her coach and be like, my bad, coach, that was not cool of me. I shouldn't have slapped the clipboard.
Now here's where things really get interesting. Angel Reese often talks about being a role model. She emphasizes representation and encourages young girls to be bold, confident, and unapologetically themselves. But what message is she really sending when she lashes out at a member of her coaching staff out of frustration? If this were any other player, a rookie or someone riding the bench, they'd likely be benched, fined, or suspended. But because it's Angel Reese, the franchise star, the face of the team putting up double-doubles and grabbing headlines, the rules suddenly seem flexible. The Chicago Sky currently sit at 6-13, ranked 12th in the Eastern Conference. And it's not just about the losses piling up, it's about the team losing its identity. When your top player is more invested in her online persona than in team success, when she's reacting to calls by slapping clipboards out of staff hands, you don't have a functioning basketball team anymore. You've got a reality show.
Why do you guys hate Angel Reese so much? The Angel Reese hate is so forced. This is why we hate the Brick Lane Sloth. She has a terrible attitude, awful, toxic. This is why she has no friend. This is why no.
We also can't ignore the WNBA's role in all of this. This is the same league that spent time investigating baseless claims while turning a blind eye to actual behavioral issues. It's a league that seems more focused on protecting certain players' feelings than upholding professional conduct. The WNBA has clear rules about how players should treat coaches and staff, but when it comes to Angel Reese, those rules start to look more like loose guidelines. The league has remained silent about this latest incident, just as it has with most of Reese's other controversies this season. Meanwhile, Tyler Marsh came to Chicago with a mission to create a championship culture. He's spoken about accountability, professionalism, and helping players unlock their full potential. But you can't build that kind of culture if the head coach is unwilling or afraid to hold his top player accountable. Marsh has the resume. He's been part of championship teams with the Raptors, the Aces, and other elite franchises. He knows what a winning culture looks like. Now the real question is, does he have?
Angel Reese said that she was done being polite. She was done being humble. I'm done being silent. The Bayou Barbie is mad, mad, mad. And Barbie is about to start clapping back at the haters. To her credit, Angel Reese said what she meant and meant what she...
Angel Reese frequently talks about being a role model. She just landed the NBA 2K26 cover, has her own signature shoes, and holds endorsement deals that give her a platform admired by millions of young girls. But with that kind of visibility comes responsibility. So what message is she really sending when she lashes out and knocks a clipboard out of a coach's hands? What is she teaching about dealing with frustration and setbacks? What kind of example is she setting for how to treat authority figures? The message is loud and clear. If you're talented enough, famous enough, and seen as valuable enough, you can behave however you want, without facing consequences. That's not leadership. It's the exact opposite.
So you just gonna, this woman trying to show you a play, and you just gonna slap the clipboard out of her hand like that. On national TV. What a role model. Please, stop embarrassing us.
This is Tyler Marsh's defining moment. It's his chance to show whether he's truly the championship caliber coach the Chicago Sky believed they were hiring, or just another coach unwilling to challenge his star players. The easy route is to ignore it. Brush it off. Focus on the positives. Reese's 22 points, 15 rebounds, her record-breaking streak, the all-star nods. But easy doesn't build championship teams. Great coaches take the hard path. They hold every player accountable, no matter how talented or famous. They create a culture where respect isn't optional, it's expected. And right now, everyone is watching. The players, the coaching staff, the fans. This isn't about whether Angel Reese can grab rebounds or light up the scoreboard. The real question is, can Tyler Marsh step up and lead?
Something with the Chicago Sky team, like they are not doing well this season. I think that is evident. It doesn't look like they are going to make playoffs, and this was just a moment of frustration at the end of the game. It is funny though when you play the clip over and over. This was a warranted crash out. Like, we can give Angel Reese a...
Championship level coaches don't allow star players to disrespect their staff. They don't turn a blind eye to behavioral issues just to avoid drama. They know that raw talent without discipline and character is nothing more than wasted potential. Phil Jackson never let Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant undermine his authority. Pat Riley didn't tolerate unprofessional behavior from LeBron James or Dwayne Wade. Becky Hammon holds AJ Wilson and her other stars to the same high standards. These coaches didn't just win because they had elite talent, they won because they built cultures rooted in accountability and respect, where greatness could thrive the right way. Tyler Marsh's reputation and authority are now on the line. What's happening in Chicago isn't a winning culture, it's a warning sign. And with the Sky sitting at 6-13, looking more like a soap opera than a serious basketball team, they are heading straight for disaster.
Shakira Austin at 13 free throws. Angel Reese at 15. Angel at 15 free throws. Last couple of possessions to go. Kiki Riafen is standing with her hands up. Angel Reese just flings herself backwards into Kiki Riafen. Down 2 to draw the foul.
The solution isn't complex, but it does take guts. Tyler Marsh needs to remember why he was brought in. He wasn't hired to be Angel Reese's buddy, run PR for her social media, or enable her outbursts. He was hired to build a championship culture, and that starts with accountability, especially when it comes to your stars. The Chicago Sky organization needs to decide what kind of team it wants to be. Do they want to be a serious, professional franchise that demands excellence on and off the court? Or do they want to be a basketball-themed reality show? Because right now, they are leaning toward the latter. Marsh arrived in Chicago with the promise of building something meaningful. He brought championship credentials, coaching knowledge, and a proven track record. But none of that matters if he can't take control of his own locker room.
I'm not one to blow up negativity, but Angel Reese supposed to be leading young women and being a great example to girls and kids all over the world. Well, I'm here to tell
Angel Reese slapping that clipboard out of Crosby's hands wasn't just a flash of frustration, it was a moment of truth. A test of Tyler Marsh's leadership. A test of the Chicago Sky's organizational standards. And a test of the WNBA's commitment to professionalism. So far, everyone involved is failing. Now the question is whether Marsh has the courage to step up like a true championship coach, hold every player accountable, demand excellence across the board, and create a culture where respect isn't optional, but expected. Because if he can't, the Chicago Sky will remain exactly what they are now, a talented team with no discipline, a star with no true leadership, and a coach without control. That's not a path to a title. It's a blueprint for more of the same disappointment fans have come to expect.